Sippin' and Strummin'. Whoa, whoo, yeah.
Howdy, sippers. What's up, strummers? It's Brad, back. Sippin' and Strummin', episode 8. It's great to see you. What's new? I hope you're all well. I slept on these damn glasses in Milwaukee last week. I fell asleep on them, and now they're bent, and they sit on my face real wonky-ish. But, you know, what are you going to do? Don't adjust your sets. So what's going on? Oh, I'm sipping on this bourbon here. My little sister got me for Christmas. It's Pittsburgh. It's from Pittsburgh. So, you know, I don't know. It's Wigle. I don't know if it's pronounced Weigel. That's how, I mean, according to the laws, I guess it would be Weigel, but she said Wiggle. It might be Wiggle. I hope it's Wiggle because, you know, Wiggle. Whiskey and Wiggle. In Pittsburgh, the grocery chain is Giant Eagle. And down there, they say, hey, go down to Eagle. I got to go run down to Eagle and pick up some pierogies. I'll be by later. So Wiggle would be awesome. The best things come from Pittsburgh, whether it's your favorite sports team or this bourbon made with regional yellow dent corn, malted barley, and heirloom wheat, aged 4 years. It's pretty good. 4 years. 1 year for every Super Bowl win in the 70s for the Steelers. 1 year for every member of that team that died in their 50s from a heart explosion from steroids. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's decent. I'd like to taste it with a sour or something, a whiskey sour. I don't know. Pairs well with cheddar and potato pierogies, with a chipped ham sandwich, maybe. Nice little label on the. You can see this in my Pittsburgh glass too. I think she got me this for Christmas, or maybe my mom did. It's got these yellow bridges, got Godzilla on it down there. This label has the yellow bridges on it. If you ever have seen a shot of Pittsburgh looking down a rivers, it's just bridge after bridge, train bridges, just industrial gnarly bridges, and then real beautiful yellow bridges. The Roberto Clemente Bridge is one of them. I got the Roberto Clemente Pirates jersey on today. You can't see the back, but it's number 21, Roberto Clemente. It's the only jersey I think that I own. Well, Cam got me a Mario Lemieux jersey for Christmas, and I don't wear that too much because I'm afraid to get schmutz on it, and I would just hate that because that's my man. He's my favorite hockey player ever. When I was like 10 or 11 or 12 when he was drafted into the Penguins, and hockey wasn't huge in that town before that. Just changed the whole landscape. But Roberto Clemente, it was in the news recently because, I mean, this cat was a bad dude, man. I think he played 15 or 18 seasons all with the Pirates. I want to say he was Puerto Rico. I think he might have been Dominican, though. I'm not positive. He was one of those, whatever they call them, the 5 threat guys, you know, the fielding, the running, the hitting, the slugging, like everything. This dude could do it all, like Willie Mays style, like just amazing guy. And apparently a really amazing humanitarian. As a matter of fact, he spent his whole career with the Pirates. I think he died on New Year's Eve. He was on an airplane that was taking aid. I think there was a big hurricane or earthquake. I think it was an earthquake in Puerto Rico or Dominican. Again, forgive me. I don't remember. I wasn't alive, but I don't know. Well, maybe I was born. It was like 1971 or 72. But the first 2 shipments he had tried to organize and sent over there for the aid, the relief package, the planes, they got stolen by like the corrupt government over there or something, or like a rogue militia. I don't remember the details. So he got on this plane and he was like, well, maybe if I am on this, it'll be more likely to get through. And the fucking plane crashed and he died. And it was tragic. But the ownership of the Pirates this past month, they in right field, I think, which is the position he played, there's the right field wall, and it's 21 feet high. The wall is, because that was his number, and it's got a little emblem, number 21, on it for him. And these fucking knuckleheads, this brain trust, they decided to take the emblem down and put up a seltzer sponsorship sign. I don't even know what. It's not even Iron City or something like that, like Isley's. It's like it was a seltzer from some Sweetwater or some kind of brand or something. And of course, people didn't love it, and the family kind of expressed their, they felt a little disrespected, and rightfully so. And the owner for the Pirates, or the ownership team, I don't know what it is, and he was like, it was an oversight. It's my fault. It was an oversight. We just didn't even think about that when we took fucking Roberto Clemente's plaque down and put up a seltzer advertisement. We meant no disrespect. Of course you didn't mean disrespect, because you don't know the game. I mean, I'm not the biggest baseball fan. All my friends know that. I think it's kind of boring, but like, even I know the lineage and the history of lots of the game. Like, these guys are just nerds. They're business people. They just own, for the most part, in Pittsburgh for sure. And they own these teams as a money-making venture, as an investment. And they don't know. He probably doesn't know who Roberto Clemente is. He was a nerd in high school, and he was a nerd in college. I don't know. That doesn't have anything to do with it. I don't mean to disrespect like fucking nerds and stuff, because there are a lot of cool nerds. But you know what I mean with these business types. He don't know the history of the game. Of course, he didn't mean any disrespect. He just didn't think about it. He just saw the dollar signs that this bullshit seltzer company wanted to throw, and he goes, "Oh, just throw it over the Clemente emblem in right field. Good play." Unbelievable. Roberto Clemente Jr., his son, one time was guest bartending at this place called Champs in Squirrel Hill in Pittsburgh. And I used to go there for all the Penguin games. I'd drink big Guinnesses, eat their food, was pretty good. I could stagger home. I lived probably 500 yards from the place. And Roberto Clemente Jr., they were doing a benefit thing there one night or something, was packed. I remember he's a nice guy. Young man at the time, probably. This was in the early 90s. And I did a bar trick for him where I put a drink on my forehead standing up, and I drank it without using my hands or arms to touch it. And he got a kick out of that. That was pretty cool. If you watch this or listen to this and you see me, ask me about that trick, and I will try to do that for you if we're in a place where I can do that. Or I think I have a video of it on my phone I can show you. But what else is going on? Went to the Penguin game the other night. Penguins, I always go when the Blackhawks come to town and play the Penguins. So I took Cam, and it was her third game this year. We did 2 in Pittsburgh a little bit ago. And I went with our friends Lauren and Sean, and it was her first hockey game ever. She's a big basketball girl, but not really a hockey follower. And Sean had been to some games before, but the day before that, the Penguins had played the Dallas Stars, who are like top 3 in the league. And the Penguins are not in a playoff spot. They're not going to do shit this year. But I was telling them on the way down, this is classic ingredients in the recipe for Penguins disaster soup. But you beat a team the day before that you have no business beating, and then the next day you go in and you play a team that on all accounts you should just absolutely dog walk, the Chicago Blackhawks. They're not good, and we lose, of course, 3-1. But we had a fun time. We had some drinks. We had a night. Lauren got a beer out of a big hot plastic hockey stick and was drinking that and slapping things all over that night. That was pretty fun. I didn't eat that much that day. I don't know why. I always think I'll just get something at the stadium. Every time, invariably, I think. So I had a breakfast, and then we met at 2:30. It was a 5 o'clock game. I had a couple beers at Bitter Pops, and we went down there, and I just had a hot dog with a double tequila on the rocks, and then had a couple beers, and maybe Sean bought me another tequila. And the food there, you have one thing of it, and you just remember how gross and expensive it is. And they don't even put fucking parsley on it or anything. They don't even try to disguise it as good food. It's just like they just slop the shit together and give it to you, and then whack you for $15, $18. And it's not even like, they don't even try to pass it off as good food. It's swill. But so I don't eat there then. I always forget. I don't know if I forget or I just get excited. So then I get real drunk. And we Ubered home and it was fun. And I woke up the next morning and there was some fire sauce in the kitchen and some Taco Bell on the coffee table. My underwear and pants were on the floor. So all signs point to a good evening. Let's see what else. We went to Milwaukee, Cam and I, a couple weeks ago. We went up for the Robert Cray concert. Let me see if I can do this without causing too much havoc back here. I don't know if anybody knows Robert Cray, blues guy, probably in his 70s now. I saw him the first time probably when I was 25 back in Pittsburgh, but just a triple threat, man. He can write songs, he can play guitar, and he can sing. And yeah, just and often probably overlooked by casuals and like not even casuals when you talk about kind of best all around package entertainers in music. And but man, he's great. But I don't know. I don't know where you would have heard his songs. I don't know if he got much radio play, but the famous ones are probably like, he has one that's like, I could hear the couple fighting right next door. Their angry words sound so clear through these thin walls. Around midnight I heard him shout, unfaithful one. And I knew right then the axe was gonna fall. It's because of me. It's because of me. It's because of me. It's because of me. Well, she was right next door and I'm such a strong persuader. Well, she was just another notch on my guitar. She's gonna lose a man who really loves her. Through the silence I can hear their breaking hearts. Right next door, I think that song's called. Fucking amazing. Here's a song, see if I can remember this. It's You use me to get you anything you want, baby. Let me get a pick for this. This is called Bad Influence, one of my favorites. You use me to get you anything you want, baby. But I'm a changed man. Get your other friends to get you what you want. If I go through those same things again, I'll be worse off than I started. Oh, you're such a bad influence. Baby, you got ways to make me do what you want. Oh, you're such a bad influence. Girl, I've got to stay away. That one, great tune. He's got I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm in a phone booth, baby. Number scratched on the wall. I'm new in Chicago. Got no one else to call. Been walking all day. Old friends I can't find. Oh, hawk so cold. Had to buy some wine. I'm calling you, baby. Took my very last dime. Hawk so cold, had to buy me some wine. The hawk is what the old timers called the wind in Chicago. The hawk. Well, that hawk is nipping today. I don't know why, but you get it, right? If you lived here, spent winters here, you know. When you turn that corner and that fucking wind comes whipping down that, you know, between those two buildings, you're it just pecks your damn eyeballs out. The hawk. So that's cool. And the song is Call Me Big Rita. Any day, any night. So it's about just seeing a woman's phone number on a phone on the wall and just calling because you're in your town for the first time in Chicago and you don't know anybody. Great tune. Anyway, Robert Cray, great. We had a good weekend there. I had I don't know if you do this. I definitely have these OC tendencies, right? Obsessive compulsive. Like since I was younger, I would count, like if I'm filling up a glass or my Nalgene, and now I'm filling up my water, my watering can for the flowers out back. Like I'll count down 20, 19, 18, 17, everything I'm filling up, you know, and I'm like, and then I go to when I do it again, I'm like, oh, this is a 10-second fill up. This is it, whatever. I don't know, strange things. I count from where I park my car or when I used to take the train a lot. I count my steps home. Strange stuff. Our brains, the way we get in these ruts and these patterns are kind of wild, but I count drinks too. Like first thing when I wake up in the morning after a night of drinking, no matter how foggy headed I am or whatever, I'll be like, oh, I had 2 there and then I went and had 4 there, and I can nail it down. Maybe everybody can do that, but that first night in Milwaukee, that first day, I woke up the next morning, I told Cam, I said, I had 12 drinks last night. I haven't had 12 drinks since I was fucking probably, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure I have, but you know, that's hyperbole, but it doesn't happen much. But what I love there is they have a couple bars. It's more common up there than it is here in Chicago, but Mellow Corn, which is a great corn whiskey. It's like $19-20 a bottle. I got turned on to it by a cat in New Orleans when I was living down there. And so they have it at Bernhardt's up there in Milwaukee, and I go in, I order a High Life and a Mellow Corn, and I just sip each of them. And then, so, you know, you have 6 of those, and that's 12 drinks. But anyway, what else? Oh, yeah, so that's been doing a lot, you know, a little bit Milwaukee, and then come back. Did Mardi Gras Milwaukee, then, you know, the Penguin game. It's funny because I work with mostly younger people, and when they ask me, like, you know, or if I'm imparting advice on them, which I try not to do too much because nothing beats experience. You know, people always say, I'm always find it fascinating when parents say, I don't want the kids to make the same mistakes I did. Well, you fucking got to. The kid, how else are you going to learn? The flip side of that is you really want a kid to make no mistakes? That's just dumb to me. That doesn't make sense. I know they don't mean that. Probably they just haven't thought it through, or I don't know. Or you just love your kids so much that it's hard to see that making mistakes, sometimes some bigger than others, is really the only way to live your life. But I will say to people, to youngsters, the only advice I give is plan little things like that. Like, plan little things like that to break up the monotony, like a little trip here, take a day, 2 days off if you're in the service industry like we are, and you're able to take, you know, kind of craft your own schedule and just go somewhere quick. Milwaukee, you know, 60 minutes away, just shoot up there for a little bit, break up the things so that you have things to look forward to on your calendar, so you don't look at large swaths of time and just be like, but also hand in hand with that is the bigger piece of advice I give to them is you better get comfortable living in the shit. You better find a way to be happy and be comfortable living in the shit, because it's just shit all the time. And, you know, if you're waiting for it to get warm, you're waiting for it to get into your new apartment, you're waiting to get the new car, if you're always waiting for something and you're in a state of just like wait, and you're not happy in that moment, it's going to be a long, fucking tough, miserable life for you. I would imagine. I don't know. So, you know, it's not like my advice isn't like save money or don't get married. You know, that I don't care about all that stuff. That's everybody does their own thing like that. Just because I'm not good at either of those or haven't been doesn't mean it's not for you. I don't know, you know. The interest level is low on both of those. Anyway, yeah, so the saying, well, you know, this too shall pass is one of the most truest things ever. But also right behind that is more shit. You know, it's like a second line of shit. You know, like, you know, here comes the second line. I just paid my car off, my wheels, they just fell off, you know, but I'm jamming and having fun. Or, you know, like, I'm at the vet 'cause my dog ate some chocolate. This really sucks 'cause it's $2,000, but I'm jamming and having fun now. You know, crap like that. My statement looks odd. Oh, it's credit card fraud. I'm trying to have some fun. My rent's going up and I can't. My rent's going up and I don't make enough and I can't afford to live anymore in this world, but I'm having fun. Anyway, sorry about that. So that's it really, I guess, you know. No more to say, really. Thanks for hanging out with me. Love you all, and I look forward to seeing you and talking to you. Bye. Be well.
Sippin' and Strummin'.